Hey everyone, tonight I'm going to Modge Podge bottom of this glass and put some sparkle on it. I'm a glitter bug. You haven't really seen that side of me yet, but I love things shiny and sparkly. And I've been dying to learn how to do these glasses with glitter on the bottom. So I thought, geez, trial and error for me, and I'll show you and you can learn from my mistakes. First thing I already did was I tried to use painter's tape instead of electrical tape. Well, this doesn't have any give, and there are people that say they use it, but on these round glasses like this, I don't know how they do it, because you're going to get little folds in the tape, and that causes it to seep, to bleed underneath it, and then you're not going to have your straight lines, so why bother to put it on? But electrical tape, I've already put it on this one here, seems to go around perfectly, and it's nice and smooth, and it really sticks to the glass well. So I'm going to try. This is two different types of, well, they call them stemless wine glasses, but I have to tell you, I always knew them as, mixed drinks on the rocks. I never knew them as being a stemless wine glass until recently. But there's two different types. This one's really round and fuller, and this one's, a little more narrow. You can tell by looking at the top and the bases of them. One's even a little taller than the other. But I'm going to try on this one. Tonight it's just simply getting that glitter on the bottom of it. Oh, I was going to show you though. So how I watched in other people doing it, and I did a lot of research because, there's no book that tells you how to do all this. It's all learn on your own. They put water in the glass, and you have to have it on a nice level surface. And then you simply take your tape, cut yourself a nice strip that you think will make it around the glass in one haul. And then you just start going around, and you follow that water line, and that helps you keep your edge nice and crisp. And it seems to work just fine. I mean, the water gets a little wiggly. You have to use some common sense and let it settle or no. But it is working. But I have to tell you, well, you should know by now, I don't believe in perfection when it comes to this stuff anyway. I'm a Virgo, and I like things to be right or correct, but when it comes to this is art. And it's right if I say it's right. It's right if you say it's right if you're working on it. It's your art. Nobody can tell you what it's supposed to look like or how it should look. You decide the finishing product, nobody else. Just had to lift that edge up just a wee bit. And that's how she's done. Just like that. Now, I tipped this glass, but then I want to get everything all wet, so I'm not going to. I'm going to set it over here, but it looks just like this glass. I'm going to take that bowl. That's another craft that we're going to do here pretty soon. It's Ray Dunn inspired. She does those dishes with the skinny lettering on it that everybody loves so much. Well, I happen to love them an awful lot, too. Now, before you get started on anything when it comes to glassware, whether you're putting a decal on, you're putting glue on, it doesn't matter what it is, you always want to make sure that that glass is nice and clean. Our skin, our hands, puts off a lot of oils. So I take rubbing alcohol. You can use anything, Windex, anything that'll cut any kind of grease and take it off so that it's nice and clean. Rubbing alcohol dries really quick, so I prefer it. If you see any place that needs to be smoothed out, the bubbles like that are not a big deal. It's around the baseline. That's where you want to make sure it's nice and tight. And then I'm going to get my nifty little helper here that my husband made for me. And we did talk about this, and I have to put something in it to weigh it down just a little bit. What was it that he suggested I use? Well, I don't know, but I'm going to try these. I don't believe that's it, but we'll give it a whirl. Yeah, that seems to be, it's not quite heavy enough. Need something pretty heavy to hold that in there. You know what? How about I don't use it and I just tip that right upside down? I feel more confident in that than having that rocking on there. Wouldn't you? We got a cat that's just, I think she's had a little too much catnip tonight.
Sorry, Mom.
It's all right. It's all right. Oh, goodness. Okay, so now I'm going to get my sponge brush and I'm going to get my decoupage. This is probably better doing it this way anyway than putting it in my cup holder. I just hate not using it because he works so hard on that for me. Then we're going to put a nice thin coat. And I don't want to get it on the very bottom. I just want to come up to it. And don't worry about getting a little bit on that line of tape because that's what the tape's there for. It's to help give you a nice guide. Now, decoupage dries relatively quick. So, you know, you don't have to be like Superwoman flying around, but you want to get it done as quickly as you can. Not really sure what else I'm going to put on this, if I'm going to put anything. I thought about putting like a decal that says love and some dragonflies or maybe some lips. I'm not sure. Something that says kiss me. Really not sure. I also am a little bit of a gnome and fairies and trees and all that good stuff too, so I've had a few thoughts that way. I thought a tree of life and maybe some fairies floating around or dragonflies around the tree of life. Okay, so now that we have that first coat, we are going to, oh goodness, you know what I didn't do? Yeah, see, there's my first error. I didn't dry the water out of that glass because I thought it was going to be tipped on its side, so it wasn't going to be a big deal. But now that it isn't, it is a big deal because I need it to sit on that piece of paper. So I'm running a paper towel through it right now. Get it all dried up so it doesn't drip on the paper because that's what's going to collect my glitter that falls off. All right. So now I'm going to go over that one more time just to make sure it's not clumpy and it's still wet enough to hold my glitter. And I am going a little faster this time because I've got that first coat on, so I think it'll all be okay. You just don't want any big clumps. I'm going to set that there. And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick this up, put my hand inside it, and I'm just going to sprinkle my glitter. Boy, it's awful pretty. Give her a little tap. Get all that excess off that you can. And don't worry about the spots that you might have missed, because we're going to let this sit for a few minutes and we're going to collect all this glitter and put it back in there let this dry for a few minutes, and then we're gonna come back and put another coat on it. Isn't that pretty though? Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. All right, I'm gonna pause you, I think. Okay, now I'm gonna try to take this tape off. Cross your fingers, wish me luck. Say not to leave it too long, because if you leave it too long, then it's going to dry, and as it dries, I mean, common sense tells you that, it's going to start ripping up your glue and your glitter as you're taking it up if you leave it on there too long. So you want it to, you know, just leave it for a few minutes. I think it's been like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and it seems to be coming off nice. Looks good to me. But you do have to hold on to it. Strong grip it. Ooh, I did it. I did it. Okay, well, the next step is to put another coat of glitter on it. And it says to go around in any places, but honestly, the only place I see is right here from the tape. And I think that's going to take a razor and some, see the stickiness from the tape kind of grabbed on there. I'm going to try using a little bit of rubbing alcohol and see if I can't clean that up a little bit. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and finish the process, and then I'll clean it up later after everything's all dry, because I can take a razor or something to it and clean it up from there. Oh, that's coming right off. Look at that. Look at that. Just as pretty. Wouldn't even know it was there. Awesome. Well, I'm really kind of liking this. So the next step is to take, and I put the glitter inside, the glue inside something, because when I'm all done with this brush, I'm going to toss it away. It's obviously going to have a little glitter stuck to it, and I don't want to keep sticking it in my glue bottle and have it make a mess. So the next step is to kind of dab it on. And you want to be careful, make sure you stay to your lines. But you're going to put a good coat on there. You can put up to 3 coats, they say, on it. And this is dishwasher safe Modge Podge. So you can actually, after 28 days, you can run this glass right through the dishwasher and it shouldn't come off. Now, I'm not going to swear to anything. This is my very first time, and I'm just going on what other people have said and what I've seen. I'm just now putting some experience under my own belt. I'm hoping I got hooked up with the right people and learning correctly, but we'll see. There's so many of them, so I can't just name one, you know. I don't want to say one told me this or one told me that. I've watched so many videos and I'm in so many different groups. I've learned little bits and repeated little bits from different ones. And I could have grabbed the information incorrectly too. You know, I'm not going to say it's all that way. It could be my own doing. I could have mistaken what they said to do and done it improperly. So I just try it again. All right, and then we're going to move that glue out of the way because we don't want that all over the place again. And we're going to do another sprinkling. Because you know this needs a little bit more on it. Oh, I love this. I just love it. I think I got a bit of crow in me because, boy, I love sparkly, shiny things. Most people, when they see stuff like this, they think of unicorns and magical things that way. Me, I think of ravens and crows. Again, I'm not really sure I've got it exactly the way that they would do it. There's a big old piece right there I'm gonna take off. Looks like it was miscut in the sparkler. Then I'm gonna let that dry. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause again. I don't have any fancy editing equipment, just me, so it's raw, whatever I do. But I'm going to pause you, and then I'll come back when I think it's ready. Okay, I'm actually going to stop this, and I think tomorrow night I am going to put a piece of vinyl on this. We'll dress it up. But tonight I'm just going to show you and let this dry. And I'm going to put one more coat of Modge Podge on it, so that will seal that glitter down. So that will give me 1, 2, 3 coats all together. I put the first coat on, we put the glitter on, put Modge Podge on top of that glitter, put another coat of glitter on, and now I'm going to put another coat of Modge Podge on top of that. I'm going to let that dry overnight, and then tomorrow night's video, I'm going to put, I'll put some vinyl on this. We'll decide. I'll think about it tonight and get it all worked out, and I'll put vinyl on it. But isn't that pretty? It's got a nice sparkle to it. Wait till you see it tomorrow night. Alright guys, I hope you learned something. I know I did. I'm learning that I really like putting glitter on glasses. Looks like I've got a few areas that might need to be just a little bit cleaned up. Boy, that toothpick really works. I watched a gal take a toothpick and go all the way around. Alright, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do all this. Thumbs up if you like this video. If you're a subscriber, thanks. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and click on that subscription button. And don't forget to click that bell. When you click the bell, it gives you notifications of when my new videos come out. Right now, I'm trying to put a video out every day, and I really don't have any idea what I'm going to be putting out. I have a multitude of things that I do in my life, and I'm just posting whatever I'm working on or feel the need to work on that day. Alright, it was nice visiting with you. See you tomorrow. We'll work on this, finish up this glass.